The world is watching Malaysia, but why? Have you noticed a sudden surge in global attention towards Malaysia? From tech headlines to economic forums, from travel magazines to investment reports, Malaysia is being talked about, analyzed, admired, and even copied. But behind all this admiration lies a competitive undercurrent. Many countries are now making a hard effort to beat Malaysia, not just to compete, but to outshine it. Is this surge of activity a well-planned mission by governments, or just an ambition fueled by regional envy and global rivalry? Malaysia is no longer that quiet Southeast Asian country in the shadows of Singapore or Thailand. Today, it stands tall as a rising powerhouse, a country blending modern infrastructure with deep-rooted cultural heritage, maintaining religious harmony, advancing in digital innovation, and becoming a geopolitical bridge between the East and West. It's a country that has taken bold steps in green energy, Islamic finance, AI innovation, and inclusive development, and the world is taking notes. So now, the question isn't whether Malaysia is succeeding. It's about why so many others are suddenly trying so hard to outpace it. Indonesia is investing billions in its new capital. Vietnam is racing in the manufacturing sector. Thailand is doubling down on tourism. Even China and India are quietly recalibrating their policies toward Malaysia's growing influence. Is this intense focus on Malaysia part of a strategic global mission, or simply an ambition driven by fear of being left behind? Let's explore the truth behind the headlines, the competition, and the silent race unfolding in Asia. Because beating Malaysia? It's no longer a dream, it's becoming a serious goal for many nations. Why is Malaysia in the spotlight? Over the past decade, Malaysia has transformed from a modest Southeast Asian nation into a regional power with global influence. Its blend of political stability, smart economic planning, technological investments, and strong international diplomacy has made it an attractive example for others. Let's take a few examples. In 2025, Malaysia's GDP per capita is among the highest in ASEAN. It boasts world-class infrastructure, a flourishing digital economy, multicultural harmony, and strategic geopolitical positioning near global shipping lanes. Not to mention its world-renowned halal industry, palm oil exports, and tourism sector. Malaysia is no longer just surviving, it's thriving. And that has rattled a few cages. Indonesia, following or competing? Indonesia, with its massive population and abundant resources, has long been seen as the ASEAN leader. But lately, it's been trying to replicate Malaysia's smart city infrastructure, economic zones, and education policies. The construction of the new capital city, Nusantara, is often compared to Putrajaya. But here's the catch: while Indonesia's efforts are impressive, they often lack the finesse and execution Malaysia has shown. For Indonesia, beating Malaysia seems like a mission, a strategic goal driven by a desire to dominate the region. But with political instability and corruption still being hurdles, it remains a steep climb. The Philippines, catching up with a friendly rival. The Philippines shares deep historical and cultural ties with Malaysia. But when it comes to development, it's playing catch-up. Recently, the Philippines launched several programs to boost its digital economy, tourism sector, and foreign investment, echoing Malaysia's successful strategies. Yet, unlike Indonesia, the Philippines treats Malaysia less as a rival and more as a benchmark. Beating Malaysia isn't necessarily its ambition. Instead, the effort is to learn, adapt, and coexist. It's more of a mission of self-improvement. Vietnam and Thailand, regional economic tensions. Vietnam and Thailand are the wild cards. Vietnam's manufacturing boom is often touted as a direct threat to Malaysia's electronics and semiconductor industry. Meanwhile, Thailand's tourism empire constantly competes with Malaysia for regional dominance. Both countries see Malaysia as a worthy competitor. And their efforts to surpass it, whether in exports, FDI attraction, or tourism arrivals, suggest that they see this as a mission to outperform and hold regional power. It's not about hatred or rivalry, it's about positioning. China's strategic view of Malaysia. When China looks at Malaysia, it doesn't see a threat, it sees a strategic partner, and sometimes, a potential competitor. Why? Because Malaysia is a key player in the South China Sea. Its neutral stance and diplomatic balance between the US and China make it geopolitically significant. China is watching closely how Malaysia maintains sovereignty without upsetting global giants. In this case, China's efforts to influence or economically dominate Malaysia aren't purely ambition, it's part of a bigger mission to control the Indo-Pacific narrative. India's silent challenge. India has started paying closer attention to Malaysia, especially in areas like digital infrastructure, fintech, and palm oil trade. While both nations have had political tensions in the past, India quietly observes how Malaysia manages multicultural harmony and rapid modernization. India may not openly compete with Malaysia, but its recent policies suggest a quiet ambition to outperform Malaysia's influence in ASEAN and among Muslim-majority nations. Is it a mission or an ambition? So let's address the core question. Is beating Malaysia a mission or just an ambition? For some countries, it's clearly a mission, a strategic plan with tangible goals. Indonesia wants to dominate ASEAN. Vietnam wants to be the new manufacturing hub. Thailand wants to be the tourism king. These are well-planned efforts, measured, policy-driven, and grounded in economic data. For others, it's more of an ambition, driven by emotion, nationalism, or the fear of being left behind. Countries that feel threatened by Malaysia's quiet rise may want to beat it just to regain lost pride or influence. What makes Malaysia hard to beat? Now let's flip the lens. Why is Malaysia so hard to beat? So according to circumstances we reach some reasons like: Number 1, stable and neutral foreign policy. Number 2, strong Islamic branding with global recognition. Number 3, multilingual, multicultural population that attracts talent. Number 4, high-tech ambitions through AI, smart cities, and 5G. Number 5, strong education ties with the West, Middle East, and China. Number 6, proximity to global sea routes. Most importantly, Malaysia is quietly consistent. It doesn't make big promises, it delivers gradual, sustainable results. And that makes it dangerous to underestimate. Envy or admiration. Here's a truth not many will admit: many countries admire Malaysia more than they want to defeat it. Malaysia is not loud. It doesn't flex power like the US or China. But it commands quiet respect. Its blend of Islam and modernism, East and West, tradition and innovation, is something the world finds fascinating. Some nations try to copy it. Others compete with it. And a few fear being left behind. Final thought: don't underestimate Malaysia. In conclusion, the hard effort to beat Malaysia is both a mission and an ambition, depending on who you ask. But here's the twist: Malaysia isn't running anyone's race. It's charting its own path, building its own future, and choosing collaboration over competition. The world can try to beat Malaysia. But what they should really do is learn from it. What do you think? Is the world trying to beat Malaysia, or just follow its footsteps? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful insights into global affairs.